YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another video on the whole Jess Hilarious situation. So in this particular clip, this is where Jess is giving her rant on the whole situation. Now this is before she addressed everything on the Breakfast Club. That'll be in the next video, so make sure you stay tuned for that one, you guys. But here she gives her spiel and give her, you know, her rant on what's going on and how she's feeling. And I want to get y'all thoughts on this as well before we move on to the next clip. If you are new to the channel and you like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Also share and like the content and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. Let's go ahead and get into what Jess Hilarious had to say. Here we go.
Eating that up until I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, had a baby. In this industry, what I'm doing ain't no right time to have a baby, so you have them when you have them. I don't regret when I got pregnant. I don't. I got pregnant on purpose. That's what I wanted, a baby, and that's what I got. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted Breakfast Club. You feel me? And I'm gonna say this. I don't need to be there. I wanted to be there. I loved being there. That was my. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was my. I used to be happy as a motherfucker on the radio.
Now this was before she, you know, addressed all of this on the Breakfast Club, which I'll play that in the next video. But people were speculating that maybe she had been fired or maybe she was getting ready to quit, because the way she's speaking as if she's fed up, like she's done and she had walked away. But she actually did show up, you know, to work the next day, and they addressed it. But it's like, you know, my thing is, you know, and maybe this was not the best way to go about it. Many people are saying it. Even in my opinion, I'm just saying, I understand when you feel a certain way and you want to address the people, because a lot of people had a lot of things to say about her. So I guess this is her way of getting her grievances off and getting her feelings off, you know, off her chest, and really speaking about what's going on, because there was a lot people were saying, and I understand trying to defend yourself, but maybe this is not always the best way to go about it, especially if you're throwing your job under the bus or what's happening at your job. You know, with some jobs, regular jobs, if you do something like this, you will certainly get fired because you're going against the company or the company brand or you know, or something like that, but or company policies. But in this case, this is a different situation. So this is why people were wondering if she had quit, but apparently she didn't quit, but she was just telling her side. And you know, once again, I don't know if this was the best way to do that. You know what I'm saying? Everything doesn't have to be exposed on social media. You know what I mean? But she did it. Let's continue.
Listen, I'm not intimidated by no woman walking on this earth. I give a crown to that girl. If you listen to the show, you know. You can tell me she tried to be my friend. Excuse me? Ain't nobody trying to be no my friends. What are we talking about? We just naturally, organically became cool. Once I realized what the was going on, like I said, my anger was misplaced. No, I did not like her when I first came back. I didn't. Even down to how I was supposed to return. Like, we had a whole plan on how I was supposed to come back. When I walk in the room, she never left. First thing she said is not, how your baby doing? No, that was envy, because he's a family man, right? How was maternity leave? No, that's not the first. The first thing she talks about is that was in the comments. What make me want to talk about the comments first? I got a beautiful baby at home. Why? You know what I'm saying? So no, I did not like her when I first came back. I had to learn that Loren was not a spiteful person. Like, I'm like, I don't like the way you moving. I don't like, nah, I ain't feeling this shit. We had a whole nother plan. I don't know what that was in there, but that wasn't it. I ain't like that. We've made cool since then. That's it, right? I compliment this girl every day. Every day. And it ain't forced. She's a beautiful girl. She knows her shit and she on her shit. And that segment came from me. Like, let's not even sit here and play around with it. Like, it's the crazy thing. This is another crazy thing. We're supposed to be a team up there. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like, when I'm like, not one mother with this online shit.
Yeah, and so I think that's when we play the next video, you'll understand, because she's talking about the online stuff and nobody came to her defense or whatever. Because I think, you know, and this is the thing, and I think it's common. This is the day and the age of social media. You know, a lot of people, this is how they communicate. So going to social media is just the natural thing for a lot of people. But, you know, I come from old school where, you know, we didn't grow up with social media. So it's like when you have a grievance or you have an issue, you go to the person. Y'all sit down, y'all have a conversation about it. And nobody else has to know about it, but only the people involved. And I think when it's done like this, you know, it's kind of messy. Everybody is watching this, even the, you know, people, the heads of the company or whoever else is involved with these business ventures. They're watching this as well, and they're paying attention probably behind the scenes, because it's not just DJ Envy and and Charlamagne, but it's the other people at the helm of this they're watching this as well. Other producers and other people, executives and things, I'm sure. So you don't know what these people are thinking. Usually when stuff happens like this, usually the person who rants, and I'm not saying this is the case or not wishing this on her or anything, because that's her job. They gave her the job for a reason. And, you know, they wanted her there. So, but I'm like, usually when we see this happening just from past issues like this, eventually that person is usually gone. In cases like this, when you know you still got to go to work, it just makes it a little awkward. It's always going to be a lingering issue, and eventually either somebody going to quit or somebody going to get fired, and that's how you actually move on from it. So that's my thoughts on that, but let's continue.
Angela Yee ain't that motherfucker crazy. Not as crazy. It is try to make out to be, nah, it's the reason the lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that 13 years, man. I'm telling you. I don't give a f***. Y'all already know what's up with me.
Now, that part I was confused about. I don't think she has even been on the show that long. And what is it behind the scenes that you've been dealing with that would equate to what Angela Yee said she went through? Now, I wasn't there, so I don't know what Yee went through, but she was on that show for a longer time. So maybe she had more grievances and things that she actually experienced. What was the issue with Jess Hilarious in this short period of time that she's been on the show that she can equate that to what Angela Yee's 12 years? Like, I don't understand that part. And was there issues other than this, or is this just the issue that has, you know, surfaced with the girl, with the Loren woman being on the show when she was supposed to only be there for, you know, for your maternity leave, and then that's it? What else is going on, or is there other things that are going on behind the scenes that we are not privy to? I'm curious about that. I don't know. What do you guys think? But let's continue.
I feel played with. I'm gonna play with it. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's some other reason. Didn't go live to talk about that retired ass who still think he not retired. You ain't doing nothing. And honestly, if he didn't hate me so much, I would actually agree with some that he was saying.
She's talking about Corey Holcomb, I think. Let's continue.
The girl is great at what she do. Loren with the latest is flawless. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. She got that. I fought for that. The f is we talking about? I don't know how long it's gonna take for a mother to confirm that. But yeah, it's like that. I started saying on air. Like I said, I don't know if y'all really listen to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all really listen to that 6 a.m. or whatever. Yeah. I advocated for that. Get that to her. Get that segment to her, man. That girl do what she did, and she do it great. She was doing it great at TMZ. She doing it great at the Breakfast Club. I also been said that she did great during the co-hosting year too. Said that. Along with Claudia Jordan and Jason Lee. I also said that. Stop trying to make me out to be the villain. Or like I'm the hater or something. I ain't never gonna hate on no woman. Ever. And Loren Lorosa got it going on. She did. I tell her that. Ask her. I don't know if she'll say it online. She thinks of me on air, but she don't thank me online.
You know, I come from a time where you speak to people in person. You know, you don't care about what social media or the public thinks. It's all about the communication between two people. I look you in your eye, you look at me in my eye. We shake hands, we air it out like that. Not going to social media. Nowadays, social media thank you or praise or presence is more important than actually speaking to a person. It's minimized to talk to a person in front of their face, but on social media, it makes a big difference nowadays. To me, that's weird. I think you should be able to have a conversation with the person. You right there with them, or you know where they live. You got their number. You can call them, not on social media, because now you're involving a whole bunch of other people who have really don't know your business for real, and they're not really in your lives on a day-to-day. So why would you be more concerned about people on social media than the people who are really in your life? It's crazy to me, but that's just how it is. Let's continue.
The team, we supposed to be a team. How about y'all clear some of that stuff for y'all teammate? That shit just ran like a high school.
But aren't you contributing to that high school behavior by doing this? Because this is very high schoolish. You know what I mean? As grown, real grown people, seems like high school behavior too. I'm just saying. Let's continue though.
Look, man, I get up every fucking day. Every day, and they always like, well, you ain't at work. Yeah, I started picking up more shows. Hell no, that's how I'm getting. Hell no. I have more fun outside the studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy? Any chance I can get to be on Zoom, I'ma do that. I wanted Breakfast Club. I did. I wanted it. I don't need to be there. I want it to be there. There's gonna be some people angry. You feel me? I'm mad every fucking day how I'm being handled. My platform is big enough to hear me. So if you ain't hear me before, in meetings and phone calls and text messages and all this little shaky, sneaky shit is not going on, man, you hear me now. You get what I'm saying? Get it? Like, you hear me now? You hear me now? Here's what it is. The Corey, that nigga ain't saying nothing that ain't nobody else saying. It's just that he don't like me. He already don't like me. So it's like, alright, he gonna pack it on. You know, I didn't have a field day with Jess, because I didn't have a field day with his ass. Trust and believe that. Still hurt that I wouldn't accept his apology. Still hurt. That's on him. still hurt. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's alright. You know what I mean? But I don't care.
All right, so what do you guys think about what she had to say? Listen, I think sometimes it's better to just do your own thing. And like she said, she wanted the Breakfast Club. She got it. They hired her. She has the job. But if you are, getting to a point to where you don't like what's going on, or you think something shady is happening, and you don't like the way they're moving and how they're doing things, and you think they're playing in your face, maybe it's time for you to just walk away. You know what I mean? That way you call the shots, you control how it goes, and you don't have to worry about feeling like somebody playing in your face or doing something, that you don't like or whatever. You know what I mean? Sometimes people aren't good at working with others or dealing with other people and their choices, so if you're in a position to make your own choice and do what you want to do, go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? But, I really do think Jess got in her feelings based off of social media, what Corey Holcomb said, and a lot of other people, because a lot of people were really trashing this girl. They really were. They really were saying her job is done. Loren is better than her. Why is Jess there and this and that? And then, they came for her for a lot of different reasons. A lot of people didn't really agree with her being on the show. And she had a lot of people who liked the fact that she was on the show. Maybe she felt like the girl was coming for her job, and they weren't, they were playing in her face and not really being honest about what they were trying to do. And, she felt some kind of way. Then on top of that, you got Corey Holcomb and everybody else coming at her saying how they don't like her on there, and Loren should come in, and she jealous of Loren. I mean, there was so much being said. So she got in her feelings about it, and she just spoke on it. And I just thought, in my own personal opinion, that maybe that wasn't the way to go about it. She could have handled that with them and asked the questions, what was really going on? What are y'all trying to do? Just let me know. And also on the fact that they removed Jess with the mess and they gave Loren that segment, and that was something that she clearly didn't like. So that's all I'm getting from this. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, child. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell. Y'all know what it is. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.